What up, you? What up, you? What up, you? What up? What up, you? What up, YouTube? You already know it's your boy, the Latin assassin himself, Big Lou, tapping back in with what it do with Big Lou. NFZR2, baby. First time you come to the channel, be highly appreciated if you sub, like, share the channel with your family, friends, folks, peoples, gente, buddies, pals, amigos, amicos, and like us Puertorriqueños, Boricuas, Ibaritos, Portorros, PRs, Rican say panas, right? This is going to be a very short video. From you can tell from that thumbnail, you see Jim Plunkett, right? Jim Plunkett, James William Plunkett, right? Born December 5th, 1947. From San Jose, California. Went to Stanford, which is in Palo Alto, which is also Santa Clara County, where San Jose is located. And then he was drafted first overall, 1971 draft. He was the first pick overall and drafted by went to the Patriots, right? He played for the New England Patriots from 1971 to 1975, and then the San Francisco 49ers, 76 and 77. Then he joined the Oakland Raiders / LA Raiders and won himself 2 Super Bowls. Now, you're probably wondering why I got Jim Plunkett there. Okay, we just signed Jimmy Garoppolo yesterday, right? If you guys watched that Jimmy Garoppolo video I did announcing that he signed with the Raiders, I mentioned a few times that he was injury prone, right? I also mentioned that he played up under the system of Josh McDaniels. Now he just left the 49ers and came to the Raiders. So, do you see the pattern there? It's could this possibly be Jim Plunkett 2.0? Could this possibly be Jim Plunkett 40 years in the future? Almost, right? Yeah, about 40 years in the future, right? It'd be nice if it is. You know, Jim Plunkett went on to win 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders and by far had the best 8 seasons of his 16-year career with the Raiders. And as just like Jimmy Garoppolo, he started with the Patriots, then went on to the Niners, and now the Raiders. Same exact way Garoppolo's career is going so far. Difference is Plunkett went to 2 Super Bowls, and Garoppolo's only went to 1 Super Bowl. And well, yeah, he's went to 1 as leading the team, but he lost, right? I believe they lost to the Chiefs. I'm not sure if he was on the team during any of the winning Super Bowl seasons. I'm pretty sure he has at least 1, but he probably has 2 or 3 Super Bowls. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, Jim Plunkett finished his career with 164 touchdowns and 198 interceptions. More interceptions than touchdowns. Jimmy Garoppolo, as of right now, doesn't have that issue. So he's a two-time champion, Super Bowl 1980 and 1984 with the Raiders. He was the Super Bowl MVP of the 1980 Super Bowl. He's an NFL Comeback Player of the Year in 1980. He's the AFC Rookie of the Year in 1971. Heisman Trophy Award winner 1970. Maxwell Award 1970. Walter Camp Award 1970. Sporting News Player of the Year 1970. And UPI Player of the Year 1970. Consensus All-American 1970. Stanford number 16 jerseys retired. He's also a member of the California Sports Hall of Fame. And he holds the NFL record for the longest touchdown pass, 99 yards. It's tied with somebody else. So like I said, he has 164 touchdowns, 198 interceptions with almost 26,000 passing yards. And his passing rating is 67.5. So that's what he did. But I want to speak a little bit about where he went after he went to the once he came to the Raiders, right? Let's see. Plunkett joined the Raiders in 1978, serving in a reserve capacity over the next 2 years. So that means 78 and 79, he was a reserve, right? He was a backup. And then in 80, that's the year they went to the Super Bowl. They beat the Eagles, and he was the Super Bowl MVP. 5 weeks into the 1980 season, his career took a major turn when starting quarterback Dan Pastorini fractured his leg in a game against the Kansas City Chiefs. The 32-year-old Plunkett came off the bench to relieve Pastorini, throwing 5 interceptions in a 31-17 loss. The Raiders, however, believing that Mack Wilson did not have the experience they wanted, called on Plunkett to start for the remainder of the year. In his first game as a starter, he completed 11 of 14 passes with a touchdown and no interceptions. Plunkett guided the Raiders of Oakland to 9 victories in 11 games and a playoff berth as a wild card. Plunkett led the Raiders to 4 playoff victories, including the first ever victory by a wild card team in the Super Bowl, defeating the Philadelphia Eagles 27-10 in the Super Bowl 15. Throwing for 261 yards and 3 touchdowns, Plunkett was named the game's MVP. Plunkett has the distinction of being the first minority to quarterback a team to a Super Bowl victory and the only Latino to be named Super Bowl MVP. In addition to this, he became the second of 4 players to win the Heisman Trophy, Super Bowl MVP, along with Roger Staubach, Marcus Allen, and Desmond Howard. Later in his career, the Raiders moved to L.A. After returning to the backup role in '83, Plunkett again assumed starting duties, this time after an injury to Mark Wilson. The Raiders advanced to the Super Bowl, where they defeated Washington Redskins 38-9. Plunkett finished 16 of 25 for 172 yards and a touchdown in the game. Plunkett spent most of his 84, 85, 86 seasons either injured or as a backup and missed the entire 87 season following rotator cuff surgery. He retired during the 88 preseason as the 4th leading passer in Raiders history. He holds the Raiders record and is tied for the league record for the longest career pass, which occurred during a 99-yard pass play against the Washington Redskins on October 2nd, 1983. He retired as the only NFL quarterback to win 2 Super Bowls with the same franchise in different cities, winning his first while the Raiders were in Oakland and his second while they were in L.A. So that's just a little bit about Jim Plunkett, who is, he's a Latino, and so that's a big deal right there. You know what I mean? Besides him, it's the old man Flores, who should have been in the Hall of Fame a long time ago. But congrats to him. Anyways, he's in there now. That's what matters. So yeah, this is a little food for thought, something for people to think about. You know what I'm saying? Is it the same? I mean, it'd be nice for us Raiders. You know what I'm saying? For us Raiders, it'd be nice. You know, if that ends up happening, it'd be nice and perfect, and it'd be a sweet something. You know what I'm saying? I'll just keep it like that. But with that being said, Big Lou, you already know, tapping on out, and I want to thank everybody that's been watching the channel, because my subs are up, my watch hours are up, my views are up. I mean, big time, like 74,000 views in the last 28 days. I think the highest I got up to was like 67,000, and now it's like 74,000. So the channel's doing a lot better. It's going in the right direction, and I want to thank everybody that's been part of helping me here at What It Do with Big Lou in the successful direction. So with that being said, you already know, tapping on out.